Good morning. Hi, my name is Lily. I am a senior eyebrow technician here. I don't think I've ever seen you before. It's your first time. Well, I guarantee you're going to walk away with results you like. Did you come in with any pictures or like an idea of what you were wanting? Because eyebrows come in all shapes and sizes. I have, no worries. I always keep on me a guide to help people decide the kinds of things they'd like. Why don't you go over this with me here? These are like the 6 basic shapes of eyebrows you can have, okay? So these are the arched kind. These ones kind of give you, I'm going to be honest, a little bit of a villainous appearance, kind of like evil queen. But if you're going for like, you know, powerful, strong lady, these can work for you. We've got the rounded ones, and this is kind of what I leave mine in. Surprisingly, for an eyebrow technician, I don't do a lot of work on my own eyebrows. I kind of keep them natural. I was blessed with bushy eyebrows, and bushy eyebrows have been in for a long time now. So, not when I was a kid though. People used to make fun of me. Then you've got the S-shaped here. This one, it doesn't look S-shaped in this picture. Let me get a better picture. Yeah, and that kind of gives you like a dip-a-doo like that. Here we go. These are some more shapes here. So S-shaped, it looks like this, right? It's not really even an S. It's like if an S got squished. And then we've got just straight eyebrows, and these just don't have much of an arch in this area, right? And then you've got the steeper arch, which is like mega evil queen, if you want to go with that. And then these upper ones, these ones tip like up like this. There is a little bit of limitation with what we can work with, depending on what kind of eyebrows you have. However, we can fill in for anything. Like if you really want a certain style that you don't have enough to work with for, because like I said, bushy eyebrows have been in for a while now, and you came in, you got a lot to work with, but certain shapes will require like a little bit of coloring in. We have some semi-permanent, but you know, on skin, unless you do tattoos, it's not fully permanent. That will give you that eyebrow shape you want for, you know, 6-7 weeks, and then you come back and get it done again, and we can do that for you. So here's some other kinds. We've got like hard angled. This one's not one to last for a lot. It's kind of looks like a flat V, and and then you've got like higher arches. So and one of the straight one, people don't generally get that. So, does anything appeal to you? Based on your shape, like I said, you're probably gonna, I mean, if you want to go thinner, we can absolutely go thinner. For people that have a lot of eyebrow, I don't usually suggest that because you're blessed with a lot of eyebrow. So, you know, go with this. Okay, so you kind of wanted to thin out just a little bit, so we would kind of go in the more medium section. Okay. Yeah, I think a like medium arch on you. You're thinking like kind of like this one. Yeah, we're gonna need to fill in just a little bit. Your eyebrows are a little uneven. That's no problem. We'll fix that. On one of your sides, it looks like. To get that type of arch, we're going to need to do just a little bit of the semi-permanent. Yeah. You good with that? Are you ready for this? There's going to be a little bit of plucking, a little bit of cutting. The plucking can be uncomfortable, but I'm very good at it. You don't have to worry. Before we get started, though, let me just do you a quick sketch up to make sure I know what you're going for. I just keep these on me. So we're going for kind of a light, thinner eyebrow. And with a medium arch. And I'm kind of sketching what I think will look good on your face. And you can tell me if that's not what you want, if you want, you know, more of an arch, less hair. So I'm kind of thinking something like this. Yeah, I know it doesn't look like you. It's just, just our guy. I just drew these in. So you are thinking you want a little bit more, like a little bit more of an arch than this? Okay. Okay. Let me try again real quick. I have multiple. So, do you want the arch on this side more, or do you want your arch to be sloped more towards that? Okay. This will give you a little bit more of a animated look, which is good. Kind of getting some movement in your eyebrows kind of makes you, without having to flex your muscles as much, makes it so that you have more expression on your face normally. So as opposed to like this, we've got this a little bit flatter here. This one gives you a little bit more of an arch in the middle, like you were saying. Okay. Yeah, I know the person who drew it, like this eye is a little lower than the other one. Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah, and we can adjust as we go along. So if you know, if I'm showing you what it looks like and you're like, that's not what I want, I don't let people leave dissatisfied. Okay. So you have quite a few little wild hairs there. So I'm going to go in and we're going to do the unpleasant part first. Okay. Okay. Just go in. Your eyebrows have especially quite a few along around this ridge here. I get a lot of really wild ones there. I find that as I've been getting older, like I'm starting to get gray ones that just have a complete mind of their own. Yeah. Then we'll go in just above a little bit. Yeah, you are really lucky. So when I was a kid, literally, like, I mean, I was in a fairly nice school that didn't have a lot of bullies, and I can't complain that much, but I was a chubby, you know, kid that didn't care about my appearance very much, and people just used to call me bushy eyebrows, which is not that much of an insult, I'm gonna be honest, but it felt like an insult back then because having thinner eyebrows was in. I know, you know, you shouldn't care what's in that way, but you know, now I've got bushy eyebrows and a, you know, bigger body, and people aren't as mean about it. Although sometimes I wonder if it's more that I'm not as sensitive about it and I just don't care anymore. Or that I don't go to school where there's a bunch of untamed children being jerks. Okay. I'm gonna go in with, I have a couple different, you have some finer hairs, and I like to use these little ones for the finer hairs. There we go. So they're a little harder to get. Yeah, well, no, you're super lucky to really having thick, luscious hair wherever eyebrows, hair is. As you get older, that's all you want. As your hair starts to thin, find yourself envious of people with bushy eyebrows. couple more little ones. Okay. Excellent. So we just cleaned it up. You still have some longer hairs. Let me go to the other side now. You still have some longer hairs that we're going to need to trim. But I wanted to get all the ones we don't want there at all. So, don't worry, I'm good with my left hand too. Ambidexterity. So this one, it looks like, is missing a little, like it doesn't seem to have as much fullness on this part of it. I've done that before. I've totally done that before when I was younger. It was right before I went and saw my boyfriend that I had met online for the first time. I was younger, and my eyebrows were very bushy and I was embarrassed of them, and I used one of those electric trimmers, and I just dipped right into it, and I just had to like burp, burp. That's ridiculous. He didn't say anything. He was a nice kid. But yeah, so just come into me. Okay, I got you. You don't need to try and do it yourself. Oh, I get it. It's empowering to do things yourself. Absolutely. I remember the first time I fixed a door. Like the jamb was in the wrong spot. Like sometimes when you have one of those, especially in older houses, the door is kind of sagged, right? And so the latch isn't going into the door jamb anymore. And it wasn't that hard, but it was something most people don't teach you how to do. But I have this advantage, this amazing advantage, probably the biggest advantage in my life other than my glorious bushy eyebrows. As my mother is a really capable human being, right? She just does everything herself. She built our house practically. She designed it herself in AutoCAD, and she hired contractors, but helped all the contractors with everything. She plumbed it. She did the electricity. Let me go in with the little one. And so she taught all of her daughters, 3 of us, how to just do things. Because most things that people don't do, that people hire other people to fix, are not that difficult. Like, we're just gonna get this little one right here. This one isn't really. Okay, there we go. This is really giving me trouble. Okay. I'm gonna switch arms because my arm is tired. What was I saying? Yeah. So I fixed the door jamb. I just unscrewed it, right? You take it out, and then you just push it up. I did have to do a little putty in the holes where the screws were, but then my door closed perfectly. And I've installed my own toilet before with the help of my mother. I've installed my own new light fixtures, not just light bulbs, like taking the whole fixture out, and it's like a little time consuming, and learning how to do it. And electric, if you're unsure, can be really dangerous. So, if you don't feel confident, that's something you should have somebody else do. I get that. But it's not that hard. It's really not. Okay. So, anyway, what was I saying? Oh, don't worry about the little divot. We're going to take care of that. We can fill it in. And like I said, the dye that we use to fill in your eyebrows is it's gonna last like 6 weeks. And it'll be pretty strongly your color for 6 weeks, not just like faded And by that time, your hair is going to have grown back in anyway. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's really easy. Like installing sinks and stuff's not that hard either. Although I personally really hate plumbing because sometimes it ends up messy if you don't do it right. Okay, we've almost got all of the hairs we want to get here. Okay, that looks really good. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to brush them up. We're going to use this little spoolie, and we're going to, here I'll show you on me, we're going to brush them up, and that way I can get a good trim on what's there. Shape it like that way, because sometimes when you let the hairs grow for a long time, they get a little wild and mess up your shape. So I like to brush that up. I also, if you don't mind, you can let me know. I kind of use it to exfoliate because a lot of people, especially like you and me, we have these bushier eyebrows. There's a lot of dead skin under there, and sometimes when you spoolie it, you can just like exfoliate it really well. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an exfoliant so we can get that. Then we're going to moisturize it just a little bit because it's sometimes kind of dry under there, okay? Okay. And I like this part when I do it on me, so I'm hoping that you like it too. Yeah, there's a lot of dead skin coming out, but don't worry, it doesn't gross me out. You don't need to worry about it. Yeah, right now your eyebrows look crazy wild because I'm just like going to town on them. I'm just gonna go gently a little more until we get all that dead skin out. Yeah, I can tell you haven't done it before. Not everybody does, so you don't think about it. And even if you moisturize your face every day, it's hard to get in there with all that, eyebrow hair guarding the skin there. Okay, now just gentle sweeping up. Okay, so that's pushed all your hair straight. And we're just going to go in and gently trim what's there down to the shape we're wanting. Okay. Let me just... There we go. And then the inner arch, we didn't quite. There you go. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Now we're just gonna do the same on the other side. And don't worry, I know it feels kind of dry and raw right now, but I've got some really good moisturizer for you. I might need to go grab it. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna really go for it, okay? Okay, I'm glad that you like it, because if you didn't, maybe I'm overdoing it a little bit. Yeah, still getting some flakes, so I like to go until all the flakes are gone. It's a fairly gentle exfoliation. The spoolie is kind of soft, and there you go. Okay. And I'm going to now, I think I'll use my right hand. Even though I am ambidextrous, my left arm gets tired. So, one moment. You just stay still there, okay? We're just going to brush it up. Just like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to go in here. Trying to get the same shape. Well, when I say trying, I totally am. No need to worry. There we go. It won't look exactly the same right now because of the little divot you've got there, right? And we're honestly probably going to do just a little bit of fill on the other one because your current eyebrow shape doesn't quite support that kind of arch. It's a little bit high and you don't have a lot of hair on that part. Like you can kind of a flat brow, right? I have this one hair that does not want to get trimmed. There we go. Okay. Alright. Sit back down here. Okay. Now we have the shape. Basic shape. What we need to go and do now is fill in exactly to where you want it. Oh, and we're going to moisturize first. One moment. Ugh. It's been a little while since I used it. Yeah, I gotta really get it in there. Yeah, a little bit more. I want to make sure that it's nice and there we go. Other side. There you go. You have the moistest eyebrow ridges in the land. It's kind of a gross thing to say. Yeah. So this die, going to match it to your eyebrows. And you are fairly brown. So I just choose a color from my palette. And first I'm going to trace here, because I don't want to put something semi-permanent on all willy-nilly, right? Okay. I think that looks good. Just a tiny bit of fill-in on this one. Okay. Now we're going to go in with the semi-permanent stuff. First, okay, there we go. Little errant hair there. Okay, this brown color. Just going to put a little bit on this side. Yeah. I don't really like that color with it. Yeah. It's okay. What it needs to be darker, so going in over it's not gonna be a problem. Don't worry about it. I just want to choose something. I think this one will work better. Okay. That's a lot better. That matches pretty perfectly. Well, the pigment needs to be gone over a couple times to get the full breadth of color we're looking for. No, it shouldn't hurt at all. Doesn't hurt, does it? Okay, good. You're just fucking with me. I was like, no one's ever complained about it hurting before. Okay, that is looking really good. And we just went in just the tiniest bit there. We're gonna have to do a lot more colorization in this one to help with the little divot. But don't worry about it, I got it. Yeah, I got lazy. My left arm gets tired easily. And, you know, I guess ambidextrous would be inaccurate, because that means that you're like equally dexterous with both hands. I am not. I am far more dexterous with my right hand, but I am passable / pretty decent with my left hand. Right now we're just piling up the pigment on here to get the exact right shade. We're just kind of filling in that divot. And then we're also going to get a little bit of the arch up there as well for the look that you were going for. Okay, divot's looking good. We're gonna go in with the arch now. No, I don't change my eyebrow shape very much. Eyebrows are one of those things that like kind of make a person. Like they really, really change a person's face. And there was one time I was like, oh, I'm gonna try a new style. I'm gonna go a little thinner, exaggerate my arch just a tiny bit. And I didn't look like me anymore. It freaked me out. It was like the time that I cut my hair to here. I was like, who the heck is that person that I don't like the look of? So I just stick with, you know, trimming up what I've got a little bit. But there's a lot of people out there that think it'll be fun to look new, like a different person, right? That's not for me. I'm a real not fun person. Alright, we've got the pigment on there. It looks really, really good. I'm just gonna go in. I'm going to scrape. You have tiny, tiny, tiny little baby fuzz, right? And in the sunlight, it's going to be just a little bit evident, and I want those eyebrows to look crisp and just like pop, right? So we're going to just do a little bit of microblading to get that crisp poppiness for sunlight look, because those little tiny baby hairs, they show up pretty brightly in the sun. Yeah, I gotta do all the finishing touches. I don't put this much time and effort into doing something and just do it half-assed, okay? You do it the best. Mm-hmm. No, it doesn't hurt. It's just getting, and a little bit of the dead skin actually too. But we have a little bit of a protective layer there because of the moisturizer I put on. All right. Oh, you look great. I'm going to just moisturize your whole face now. This freaking lotion is... Sorry about my Band-Aid. Oh, that's pretty gross. The cut there is grosser. So, oh my gosh, you look fantastic. I'm just going to do one more thing. Yeah, I just wanted a little more pigment on the arch on this one. I'm picky. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. Freaking amazing. You look great. You want to go look in a mirror? See if you like it? Yeah, I don't have a mirror here because for some reason